Law Center and also the interim student convener of the society. Along with Chaitanya Kapoor, a second-year executive committee member of the society, shall be our hosts for the evening. Before we proceed, please note that a recording of this workshop will be made available shortly after the ending of the session for all the participants who were not able to join. All right. Moving on with the session. The session is designed to give you guys a glimpse into the world of mooting, the opportunities it comes up with, the role of the Moot Court Society, which it plays in the shaping of your law school journey, and allow me to offer you an overview of what we'll cover today. Danish, can we proceed to the next slide? All right. So in this session, first we'll understand what moots are and what moot court competitions look like. Second, the schedule of workshops which the society has planned for you in the series of Freshers Induction Moot. Thirdly, we'll introduce you to the society itself and its functioning. And fourth, we'll discuss the schedule of the upcoming Freshers Induction Moot. Fifth, we'll explain you the basic setup of a courtroom. And sixth, we'll go over the essential rules and regulations of Freshers Induction Moot 2025. And finally, we'll leave room for queries and doubts. And please feel free to engage. All right. Danish, can we have the next slide? Let's begin by answering the most fundamental question of all. What is a moot? And let's demystify the term. So a moot is nothing but a simulated judicial proceeding where students engage in a hypothetical case before a panel, similar to what happens in a real-life courtroom, right? It is similar to it is similar in some ways to model United Nations MUNs, as we popularly call them, parliamentary debates, but just with an added flavor of legal analysis and advocacy. Moots are designed to allow the young legal minds to develop and express their legal analysis, reasoning, and thinking emanating from an hypothetical case facts situation wherein there can be endless legal arguments, but only the most legally sound and reasonably cogent arguments prevail, and hence a winner is declared. Moots are an overall test of one person's legal mind, while also emphasizing on the skills of advocacy. For instance, in the current scenario, in the event we have at hand, that is the Freshers Induction Moot, all the participants have been given with a moot compromise, which has components of contract law with some tinge of IP laws as well. So, wherein the participants are expected to use their legal minds and draft their legal issues, present their legal arguments. All right. So, a few questions which a student might have in their mind is that what are moots? That has already been dealt with. Why to take part in a moot competition? How to participate in a moot competition? And when to take part in a moot competition? So, a very plain answer to all of these questions is that why should you take part in a moot competition? A moot competition overall allows you to expand on your legal analysis, on your legal research. When you go to different competitions, you encounter different legal topics, different statutes upon which compromise and proposition and fact situations are based upon. And therein, when you research upon that particular statute or particular field of law, you became well versed with the procedural aspect and the real life implications of that particular law. Therefore, participating in a moot competition becomes pertinent for a person to grow his or her legal mind and have a growth in their law school journey. A third question is how to participate. So, emphasizing on this, how to participate is a very pertinent issue in this society. For you to be able to represent the college, that is Campus Law Center, to a different university or a college which hosts another moot competition, you have to be the part of the society. Any non-member shall not be allowed or allocated any moot competition in the capacity of Campus Law Center and be sent to a different university. So if you want to take part in moot competitions, becoming a part of the society is very crucial. So when you get a moot competition or an invite of the moot competition from our side, firstly, the participants are supposed to make a team. A team is usually of 3, but it can also vary according to the terms and rules and regulation of that particular event. Then the team has to register, make a memorial, and thereafter just travel and happy mooting to all of you. Another pertinent question is when to take part in a moot competition. The very direct answer to that is now. Plan your law school journey, think about your years, plan some or other moots in one academic year of yours, which will help you to grow overall. Next slide, please. Moving on, allow me to take you through the schedule of workshops we have planned in the series of Freshers Induction Moot. So the first workshop, which is the present one, is the introduction to Moot Society and to Freshers Induction Moot as an overall event. Second workshop we have planned is dated on 7 September 2025, which primarily entails that how do you approach a mood problem and how do you research for that particular problem. In this particular workshop, our executive committee aims to provide you or familiarize you with the analysis that a person has to possess when he or she encounters a legal problem, and to how to find out cases, articles, or other things to substantiate your legal arguments for that particular event. Moving on this Saturday, that is 13th of September, we have a workshop planned, which will tell you guys how to research using a very famous tool called SCC Online. It is very predominantly used by lawyers and other other people in the legal fraternity. On 16th September, we have a workshop planned, which whose topic is oral advocacy and courtroom mannerisms. In this particular workshop, the society will tell you how to approach a panel of judges, how to approach a moot problem, how to express your legal arguments, how to channel your oral arguments, and so and so. Moving ahead, Danish, next slide. All right. So the third component of this particular workshop is that what is the Moot Society? So very humbly, the Moot Society is one of the most prestigious society of Campus Law Center, and it plays a very active and a very pragmatic role in shaping the journey of a law student in Campus Law Center. The society is primarily tasked with a few things. Firstly, we deal with allocation of moot competitions. We as a society on our official mail IDs and official channels receive invites from several universities regarding their moot competitions, and we open the same for our members. So we deal with the allocation of moot competition. We deal with the organization of a moot competition. We organize 4 main events, which I'll be telling you guys shortly. We train our members to become better mooters by conducting workshops throughout the academic year on different topics, as for instance, basics of research, basics of arguments, how do you strategize your arguments, how to make a compendium, and so on, and other intricacies of a moot competition. Lastly, the society offers the students an exposure and all of the requisite administrative convenience and support required by a participant to participate in a moot competition outside of the college. For instance, the society provides the teams with required no objection certificates from the college, and also helps the team to register themselves with the host. And thereafter, we foster the mooting culture of Campus Law Center. Next slide, please. Allow me to offer you the organization of the society. As is prevalent, any committee or any body in a setup has an organization. Similarly, in the Moot Society, firstly, we have the teacher committee, in which we have a teacher convener who's responsible for the functioning of the society throughout the academic year. And the current teacher convener for this academic session is Dr. Rubina Gariwal Nagra. And thereafter, we have the executive committee. Executive committee comprises of student members who run the society and who take care of the administration of the society and also host the event. The executive body is comprises of executive committee members from all 3 years of Campus Law Center, and a student convener and a student co-convener. A very important topic to be highlighted is the selection. How does one become a part of the executive committee? A very plain criteria for that is the active role in participation in the events organized by the society throughout the year. And after we are done with FIM and CIM, after we are done inducting the freshers into the society and offering them membership, we open forms for the executive committee, wherein people submit their CVs, resumes, and thereafter the CVs and resumes are shortlisted, and interview rounds are conducted by the teacher committee of the society. Moving ahead, the teacher convener and the executive committee forms the administrative part of the society, but the heart and soul of the society is the student members. The student members comprise as the majority of the society what it is. Primarily, to become a student member, there are 2 inductions. The first being Freshers Induction Moot, which is currently being organized, which is exclusively for the first year students. Thereafter, we have the Common Induction Moot, which is open to all the students of CLC to become the part of the society. Next slide, please. So the Moot Society throughout the academic year conducts 4 major events. The first one being the Freshers Induction Moot, which is currently being organized. As has been said earlier, it is an induction process exclusively for the first year students, and the proposition of this moot is prepared on a contract-based problem. Secondly, we have the common induction moot, which shall be declared shortly after we are done with the fresh induction moot. And the proposition of the criminal induction moot is based upon criminal law. Thirdly, we have the KK Luthra Memorial Moot Court Competition, which is the flagship event of CLC as well as the Moot Court Society. The flagship event is organized by the Nirmal Luthra Foundation annually in Campus Law Center. This time around, the 2025 edition of KK Luthra has already commenced, and next year it is scheduled in the month of February. The KK Luthra Moot Court Competition is a international criminal moot court competition. It is also one of the biggest moot court competitions of Asia. Moving ahead, lastly, we organize FIM'25 Moot Court, which is a virtual moot court competition conducted in collaboration with Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. As the name suggests, and as FIM'25 suggests, the proposition is based upon commercial law. Moving on. Next slide. Okay. So after the introduction of the society, a question arises that why should a person join the society? The very pertinent answer to that question would be exposure to the mooting culture. We as a society open several moots throughout the year for our members, which take part in such competitions. And when a member takes part in a moot competition, that moot competition allows that member to expose himself or herself into the world of mooting, and also go to several universities and delve into several aspects of law, and therefore it helps and fosters a very holistic growth of a law student throughout the law school journey. Also, it is again emphasized that membership of the society is mandatory for being allotted moot court competition in representation of the colleges. Moving ahead, joining the society will also help you guys honor the skills of advocacy and research. When such a point is emphasized, by advocacy we mean as to how to conduct yourself inside a courtroom. How do you talk to a judge? How do you answer his or her questions? How do you address the judge? How do you present your legal arguments, and so and so. When it comes to research, it is the most important part of a moot competition, that is your written submissions. So while drafting your written submissions, you substantiate your arguments using several articles, case laws, and different other sources you can get, for instance, foreign case laws and all. So participating in a moot court competition will also help you with that. And the last 2 points are also dependent on the first 2 points, that it provides you with a holistic growth, and therefore you can make the best out of your 3 years at Campus Law Center. And also you can add more weight into your CV. Because when you apply for foreign universities or higher education, that is LLM, abroad, be it abroad or be it in India, a moot win in your resume or CV will definitely carry a very heavy weight. And lastly, networking and socializing. So when you participate in moot court competitions, you go to different other universities wherein you meet people from a whole barrage of law schools. And they carry their own experiences, which can help you grow as a person, which can help you maneuver your moves throughout the 3 years to take the best out of your journey at a college. Moving ahead. Next slide, please, Danish. All right. So briefly, allow me to take you through the schedule of the event, that is the Freshers Induction Moot. So the particular moot was declared on 1st September 2025, wherein we released the brochure and the rule book. And 6th September marks the deadline for registration for this event. And 8th of September is the deadline for clarifications. The link to the form of clarifications is provided in the moot rule book, as well as in the bio of Instagram page of the Moot Court Society. And if the participants have any doubts or queries with regards to the compromise, or if they're not able to understand any particular fact or situation or any law in that moot compromise, they can raise up their queries in that particular form. And we shall be responding to your queries by providing you with a comprehensive answer to all of the relevant questions asked on 10th September at 10 p.m. 12th of September will mark as the deadline of submission of soft copy of the memorials. Memorials basically means the written submissions that you prepare based upon the moot compromise that has already been released for the Freshers Induction Moot. And on 15th and 16th, we mark the period of submission of hard copy of the memorial. So it is important to highlight here that when a participant makes a memorial for one side, whichever side is chosen by him or her, they are required to submit it on 12th September in an online format. That is a PDF, and it should not exceed the size limit of, I think, 1 MB. But after submission of the moot court in a soft copy, the participants are required to submit their memorials in a hard copy as well. So we require 2 hard copies, and that has to be submitted inside the moot court room at Campus Law Center. And on 20th September, that is a Saturday, that marks the oral advocacy rounds, which is the final D-day of the freshers election moot. Moving ahead. Danish, can I have the next slide? So now I will invite my co-speaker, Chaitanya Kapoor, to please explain to you guys what the courtroom of FIM looks like. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. I hope I am audible. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Hello everyone. I hope the first years are well settled in the campus, and I think they have already gotten used to the campus air by now. So it's time that we get a bit serious. So, coming to the setup of a courtroom, there is obviously the judges' tables. Judges sit behind the judge bench, and immediately before the judge bench are the court masters. There are two court masters. One is the timekeeping, and one is the communication court master. And everything that you need to submit to the judges for their perusal, you need to give it to the court masters. Now, there is also the entrance of the courtroom. You need to enter through it, and then you need to reach the speaker's podium. Standing there, you are going to address the judges and deliver your oral arguments. I think it's clear now. I'm going to be sharing my screen to give you guys an overview of the rules and regulations right now. I am not able to present my screen, Danish. Could you stop presenting? Okay, is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes.
All right. So the detailed discussion about the rules and regulations would be held in upcoming workshops. I'm just going to give you guys an overview. I do hope that everybody has this PDF downloaded, because you need to follow this while preparing your memorial or practicing your oral arguments. It's like the Bible that you need to follow in order to score well, which is the purpose, right, in participating. So if you need to score well, am I able to move? Okay, yeah. If you want to score well, you need to follow each and every line of the rule book. Coming to chapter number 1, that is organization of the Moot. As discussed earlier, it is organized by the Moot Court Society with its teacher, convener, and the members. It will be held on 20th September. Language is English, and the structure is divided into two stages. Stage 1 is the memorial qualifier round. Every first year student is eligible to apply in this round, provided that you register. So the registration form closes tomorrow at 6 p.m. Make sure to register, because this would be a very memorable experience for you guys. And students who qualify, who score minimum marks for the memorial round, that is 15 out of 30, would move to stage 2, that is oral rounds, where they would be able to give their oral arguments in front of the judges at the campus. And one more thing that I want to highlight here is that it's called the freshers induction moot and not the competition. It's not a moot court competition, because there is no one that will win or lose. But based on the minimum qualifying marks, you guys would be inducted into the society. All right, coming to the second chapter, of course, only the first years are eligible to apply, and they have to apply in their individual capacity. There is no concept of team composition here. You have to make your own memorial, you have to present your own arguments, and you have to choose only one side, either plaintiff or defendant. And you need to fill the registration form, and you need to write it in the registration form which side you are representing. All right, as stated before, the deadline is 6 September, 6 p.m. And There is no registration fee, guys. Coming to the clarifications as submitted by Ayush, if you have any doubt in the moot composition or in the problem, you can write to us and fill this form. The deadline is 8 September. We'll release it on 10 September. And you can also refer to clarifications in your citations of the memorial that you make. Coming to the memorial evaluation round, as I said before, you are supposed to make only one memorial, that is on behalf of either the plaintiff or the defendant. But if you are participating in a moot court competition in general organized by other colleges, you are required to make both the memorials. But here in FIM, you just need to make one memorial, which makes it a bit more easier. So do participate. And you need to submit your memorial soft copy between this window, 8 September and 12 September, on the link, obviously. And you need to submit the hard copy to the Moot Court Society room from 15 September to 16 September. Please follow the naming format while submitting the soft copy, and also go through each and every line that has been mentioned here. Follow the format, follow the font that is there, follow the size and line spacing as well if you want to score the maximum marks. All these details would be shared or discussed in subsequent workshops. I am just going to give you guys an overview, as I said before. The memorials would be evaluated based on 5 parameters. These are application and appreciation of facts. So make sure you are well thorough with the facts. Read the proposition and again and again. Identify the facts. Be clear with them and identify the issues. That is the... No, you do not have to write your own name in the memorial. You just have to write memorial on behalf of plaintiff or defendant. You are not supposed to write your own name. You just have to present a cover page while submitting the hard copy. You have to write these details in front of the cover page, that is blue or red. So while making the memorial, what you need to take care is, while you're making the memorial from the plaintiff side, there is the cover page. The cover page is of blue color. You need to include all these details that are mentioned here on the blue colored cover page. Similarly, if you're making it for the defendant, the cover page would be red colored and similar details would be here. But this is only till submitting the soft copy. While you're submitting the hard copy, you need to add one more sheet in front of that blue or red page, which would consist of all these details. I hope it's clear. The third parameter that would be evaluated is extent and use of research. It's the highest marks. Okay. I think we do have a questions. Questions would be taken in the chat box or at the end of the session. The fourth parameter is grammar and style, and the fifth is clarity and organization. As I said before, the minimum qualifying marks are 15. You have to score at least 15 if you want to become a member of the society. All right, coming to the fifth chapter, that is oral round procedure. Oral rounds would be conducted on 20th September. Only those students who scored the minimum marks would be eligible for these rounds, and these would be held in a physical mode at the campus itself. Each of the participant will get 15 marks, and please make sure you do not carry any electronic device and follow the dress code properly. Again, the evaluation would be done on 6 parameters: application and appreciation of facts, understanding of law and procedures, extent and use of research, ability to answer questions and articulation. So this is the most important part. The judges would ask you questions. So you need to be thorough with everything that you're writing in the memorial. You need to be thorough with the questions that you think that could be asked to you. So make sure you're well prepared. And the last parameter is the style, poise, courtesy, and demeanor, which would be definitely discussed in the subsequent workshop. Courtroom mannerisms, right? And the cutoff marks for qualifying the oral rounds are 45 out of 70. So students who score 15 in the memorial round or above 15 and 45 in the oral rounds or above 45 would be eligible to be the members of the society. I think that's all for the rules and regulations. Here are some miscellaneous rules and regulations. And here is you can contact us if you have any other query. So that's all. Now we would be taking any questions that you guys have.
Hi everybody. So if you guys have any questions or queries to be asked, so feel free. So in the arguments, we'll have a list prepared. On the day of the registration, the participants will come to the registration desk and they'll be allotted a particular courtroom for that particular day. And through that, you'll be given a number, and based on that number, you'll be called inside the courtroom and you'll be given 15 minutes to speak and present your legal arguments. Okay. How to use SCC or Manupatra for legal research? For SCC, we have a workshop planned on this Saturday, 13th of September, that is, which is conducted by the student ambassador of SCC Online of Campus Law Center. And in that, we'll be explaining to you guys how to use such research engines and others as well. The dress code is formals, and for boys, it is a white shirt, black blazer, black tie, black trousers, black shoes, and for females, it is uh, a white kurta, black blazer, and it can also be a white shirt and a blazer as well. The dress code is similar to what is followed in Delhi High Court and all the other courts of the country. So when it comes to the choosing of the side, there is no side which gives you a certain advantage. All of both sides have equally strong arguments which can be made on that. And let me assure you, there's no bias as to choosing a side, and there is no advantageous or disadvantageous side in the moot competition.
One more thing that I'd add here is choose the side that you think that you can represent the best. So choose it according to your own preparation or your own understanding.
For making the memorial, you require MS Word. So if you can access MS Word without computer and a tab, then you can make it. But MS Word is very important to make a memorial. So, okay, there's a clause in the rule book, right? So, in the naming of the memorial, you just write your name, underscore whichever side you've chosen, and FIM 2025. So, if I want to name my memorial, so I'll name it like this. I've dropped the sample naming in the chat box. Please refer to that. And all right. So for any official notification, please follow the Instagram page of the Moot Court Society. We take out notices which are also present on the official site of Campus Law Center as well. But if you want to get all official information, it is on the Instagram page. Please do not rely on the personal groups and don't refer to that information.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, please.
Yes. Can we follow last year memorial format for this time?
Memorial format. All right. So we'll be conducting a workshop shortly to explain to you guys how to make a memorial, what is the basic outline of a memorial, and don't worry about it. We will share sample memorials as well for your convenience. Don't be
Okay.
afraid of the event overall. We'll give you everything. You just have to apply legal minds and make your memorial. Don't worry. It is a very nice exposure to you guys. All right, you don't have to name yourself inside the memorial, but the name of the PDF has to be made like that. You can use Google Docs as well, if that is convenient to you guys.
Okay, one thing I want to mention here, nowhere in the memorial or no time in the during the oral arguments you need to mention your name or any personal factor that identifies you. It will lead to disqualification. So please keep sure that you do not write your name anywhere in the memorial. While submitting the hard copy, you have to just make one sheet on the top that will be removed by us before the memorials get for evaluation. So nowhere in the memorial you need to write your name. Please be sure of that. And please read the rule book PDF thoroughly. You'll get most of your answers in it.
Gaurav, could you come again? I could not understand your query. Yes, Saina. Sanya, sorry.
Since we are still not very familiar with the intricacies of the Contract Act, so should we focus our preparation only on the provisions that are directly relevant uh, to the issues which are there in the compromise, or is it expected that we be well versed with the entire Contract uh, Act?
All right. So a basic expectation would arise and would lie for you guys to be aware of the basic intricacies of contract law, as in what is a contract, or the what are the essentials of the contract. So the very basic provisions which define the contract overall, that those are required to be known by you. But yes, you are certainly expected to know the relevant provisions which are used in your memorial.
All right, thank you.
So Swayam, the participant code will be given to you guys on the registration day itself. Don't worry about the data. It is very secure and we don't share it with anybody. Yes, you are supposed to spiral bound your hard copy of the memorial. And the top sheet has to be consisting of your names and your relevant information. The same has been defined in the rule book as well, in the memorial submission section. Yes, you can carry your own memorial and you're not supposed to carry any electronic device. So it will be preferable if you have a copy of your memorial for yourself. So Gaurav, you can take the idea from the old memorials if it comes to the outline of the or the structure of the document. But I think the old memorials are made for different law problems, so that would not be exactly relevant to your case, because this case is a different fact situation case, right? But yes, if you find something which is relevant, you can certainly use it. Sure, you can. You can carry a compromise of copy of the compromise. Although judges will already have the copy of the compromise and the rule book with them, but if it suits your convenience, then please feel free to carry.
Hello.
Yes, please.
If in between we forget any sections, like, so can we refer to the memorial?
Yes, you can certainly refer to the memorial. It is your main. See, the memorial is your written submissions. You're supposed to present your written submissions, and for that, you can certainly refer to your written submissions. That's not an issue. You're not expected to speak without looking at your memorial. That is certainly not an expectation. But of course, you can't also read out of the memorial. It has to be somewhere in between.
Okay, thank you.
See, the cover page of the memorial has to be blue for the plaintiff and red for the defendant. No. You're not expected to memorize everything, but certainly you're not allowed to read out of the memorial as well.
So, in your 15 minutes that you are granted for your oral presentations, what you need to basically say is your arguments advanced. You just need to explain the issues that you've written and why, what is your explanation and the contentions that you have. You do not have to state everything, but yeah, do prepare your statement of jurisdiction, the facts as well, because you need to present those as well.
Also, please submit your memorials through your institutional ID only. Use that for submission of the memorial. Alright, any other queries? Alright, guys, what you see on the screen is a link to all the forms which are there for the Freshers Induction Moot. So kindly refer to the QR and please follow the official page of Moot Society on Instagram to get updates and to get timings of the workshops as well. If you haven't been assigned institutional IDs, then you can certainly use your personal ones. It's not an issue. How much legal knowledge is required? Contract law, be aware about the basics. All right, just 1 second. I'll
Okay.
drop the official ID on the chat box. Chaitanya, can you do that, please?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Acha, so SCC Online is not the only sole research engine which one uses in a legal research. So when we take the workshop on the basics of research in how to approach a memorial, which is the second workshop, so we'll explain to you guys how to use Indian Qanun, Case Mine, and other such research engines. So the official Instagram ID is on the chat box. Please refer to that.
Okay, so
There is an official group of MCS, but it is only limited to the members. But we'll create a group shortly after the registrations are done with. We'll create a group of all the people who've registered for the event. Don't worry. If you don't have access to your official mail IDs, that is institutional IDs, please submit it through your personal ones.
also I know
Making the
that.
memorial like citation. Just 1 second. How to make a memorial in citation and arguments will be taken care of in the second workshop. Yes, Chaitanya, sorry.
Yeah, I know, guys, it's a bit overwhelming, everything, but be assured that we will clear all your queries in the upcoming workshops. Today was just an overview, just to give you guys a detail about the society and everything. Just stay tuned in our upcoming workshops. Each and every doubt, each and every detail would be taken up. And we'll make sure that you are thorough with everything, you thorough with the procedure. And I think, yeah.
For the people who are not using Instagram, please refer to the official page of Campus Law Center. Therein notices are put out for every workshop which is being conducted. Also, if you have any queries, approach us in front of the MCS room or come to the MCS room in the campus. One or the other EC member is always present in that room and they'll help you with all your queries as well. Danish, can we have the schedule of the workshops, please? Schedule of workshops on the second or third slide, I think. So this is the schedule of the workshop, and the second workshop is on 7th September. For all the people who were not able to join today, we'll provide you with the copy or with the recording of this workshop shortly. For now, yes, all the workshops are online, but we'll plan. And if we are given permissions by the administration, we'll conduct one offline as well. We'll notify you shortly which one will be the offline one and which will be the online one. Alright, guys, any other queries? Okay, so on that note, we end today's workshop. And thank you so much for being a lovely audience. And all the best to you. Happy mooting. Don't worry about the FIM. enjoy the event, enjoy learning the law, enjoy learning the Contract Act, and I hope you guys like the proposition. And if you have any doubts or any queries regarding the proposition, kindly fill the clarification form. Please read the rule book of the event. It consists of all the links and QRs to the relevant forms. And thank you so much. Okay, all the best. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.